This year's Grammys were nothing short of a spectacle. A whirlwind of controversy and conversation, leaving everyone buzzing long after the star-studded event came to an end. From Kanye West's eyebrow-raising appearance with his wife, Bianca, to the unexpected moment shared between Olivia and Sabrina, it was clear that this night had more drama than a blockbuster movie. Yet, among the frenzy, there was one topic dominating the headlines: Kanye West. Even before the Grammys kicked off, the drama was already brewing. The night before the big event, Kanye took to Instagram, sharing his gratitude for his song Carnival's nomination. In a post brimming with his signature unpredictability, he thanked the Grammys for the honor, while also revealing an odd detail. The only person he was following on Instagram at that moment was none other than Taylor Swift. It was a move many saw as an intentional attempt to stir the pot, as Taylor's devoted fans quickly voiced their frustration, begging Kanye to leave her out of his drama. For those who may need a refresher, the tension between Taylor and Kanye dates back to the 2009 VMAs, a night when Kanye infamously interrupted Taylor's acceptance speech, declaring that Beyoncé deserved the award instead of her. Although they briefly reconciled after the incident, the rift reignited years later when Kanye released Famous, which contained a controversial lyric about Taylor. The situation only escalated when Kim Kardashian leaked a phone call, suggesting that Taylor had approved the line. But years later, the full, unedited footage was revealed, painting a very different picture. This ongoing saga led to Taylor's public backlash, the fallout from her Reputation era, and a deep divide between her and the Kardashians. So, when Kanye chose to follow Taylor on Instagram again, many saw it as another attempt to pull her back into his chaotic orbit. Then came the moment that truly set the internet on fire: Kanye's arrival at the Grammys with Bianca, who stunned everyone by stepping onto the red carpet in a dress that could only be described as daring. To put it mildly, as soon as she removed her coat, it became clear that she was essentially wearing nothing but a thin, sheer fabric, leaving little to the imagination. The outfit revealed everything, every curve, every detail, exposing her to the world in a way that had people questioning whether this crossed a line of decency. The boldness of it all sparked a flurry of reactions, with some wondering if she could face any legal repercussions for such an overt display of nudity. After all, had this been a man in a similar outfit, the outcome might have been drastically different. But this moment also led to deeper questions about Bianca herself. Many wondered whether these fashion choices were truly hers or whether Kanye was exerting control over her image. As whispers spread, rumors began to circulate that Kanye and Bianca had been kicked out of the Grammys. But the reports were quickly corrected. Sources confirmed that the couple had not been removed but had simply chosen to leave after their red carpet appearance. Despite the confusion, multiple outlets now affirm that they weren't escorted out. Instead, Kanye, after making his grand entrance and taking in the moment, decided to get in his car and leave on his own terms. Later, Kanye took to Instagram to address his wife's outfit, calling it a custom couture Grammy dress for the most beautiful woman ever, my love, my best friend, my wife. In another surprising twist, Kanye unfollowed Taylor Swift and now only follows Bianca, making it clear where his loyalties lie. Amidst all of this, there was also a curious advertisement that aired during the Grammys, promoting Yeezy clothing at a bargain price of $20 on Kanye's website. The ad hinted at the possibility of new music being released as well, leading many to wonder if this entire spectacle was simply a clever marketing move. But the most perplexing part of it all is how Kanye, who once publicly criticized Kim Kardashian for her revealing outfits, seemed to turn a blind eye to his wife's attire, which was arguably far more provocative. It's hard to reconcile the two images: Kanye, who once denounced such public displays, now walking the red carpet with a woman who was practically naked. The whole situation leaves people scratching their heads, unsure of what's truly going on behind the scenes. But in the end, the drama continued to unfold at the Grammys, leaving everyone captivated and utterly confused by Kanye's unpredictable actions. In a more uplifting twist to the Grammy night drama, fans of Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter have declared that the feud between the two is officially over. Thanks to a heartwarming moment captured at the event, the two were seen embracing and sharing a conversation during a commercial break. A gesture that seemed to put an end to the tension that has simmered between them for years. This reconciliation is monumental, given the history of animosity tied to their names. It all started back in 2021 when Olivia released Driver's License, a song that fans immediately speculated was about her heartache over Joshua Bassett moving on with Sabrina. Sabrina then dropped Skin, which was interpreted by many as her own response to Olivia's painful ballad. As a result, Sabrina faced a tidal wave of backlash, and for a time, it seemed like the two young stars were avoiding each other at every public event. Yet, here they were, in the very same space, embracing as if nothing had ever happened. The sight had fans buzzing with excitement, celebrating the newfound peace between the two. And there was a collective sigh of relief at seeing the drama finally dissolve. But the night wasn't just about mended friendships. Kendrick Lamar emerged victorious, taking home 5 Grammy Awards, including one for his song Not Like Us, which was widely seen as a diss track aimed at Drake. The ongoing beef between Kendrick and Drake reached new heights last year, with both artists throwing jabs at each other. But it was Kendrick who came out on top, securing wins for his sharp and biting lyrics. One Twitter user quipped that winning a Grammy for being a hater was, in fact, the most inspired they had felt in a long time. Meanwhile, Chappell Roan also made waves by winning Best New Artist. She used her acceptance speech as a platform to speak out against the industry's treatment of artists, urging for fairer wages and better healthcare for those signed to labels. Her courage in calling attention to these issues garnered widespread praise from fellow artists, who lauded her for using her moment of success to champion a cause greater than herself. On the other hand, there were some notable absences in the winner's circle. Both Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish left the night empty-handed, a topic that sparked much conversation across social media. Despite this, Taylor seemed to be in high spirits, enjoying the night and supporting her friends. She was even spotted cheering enthusiastically when Beyoncé won Album of the Year, a moment that was deeply meaningful given that this was the first time Beyoncé had ever received this prestigious award. Beyoncé had earned 99 Grammy nominations over the years, and it was a long-awaited moment for her fans when she finally claimed the title for Cowboy Carter, her acclaimed country album. Alongside that, she also took home the award for Best Country Album. The internet erupted into a frenzy, with some celebrating her triumph, while others voiced disappointment that Billie Eilish had walked away empty-handed. When the camera cut to Billie as Beyoncé's victory was announced, some viewers noticed that she appeared teary-eyed, while some interpreted this as an emotional response of happiness for Beyoncé. Others speculated that it was a sign of disappointment, as Billie hadn't won anything that night. The debate surrounding this moment has continued to heat up since the Grammys. What made the night even more captivating was how the Grammys chose to directly address the controversy surrounding the awards in recent years. Back in 2021, The Weeknd had fiercely criticized the Grammys for what he called a corrupt system after his album After Hours and its massive hit Blinding Lights were snubbed entirely from nominations. The backlash led The Weeknd to boycott the Grammys, and many questioned the integrity of the process. This year, however, the Recording Academy took steps to acknowledge these concerns. They proudly announced the reforms they had made to increase transparency and diversity in the nomination and voting processes. One of the key changes they highlighted was the expansion of the voting body to 13,000 members. It's a significant change, as those 13,000 individuals now decide who gets to take home the coveted trophies at the end of the night. Perhaps this was why, despite his past grievances, The Weeknd made a surprise appearance and delivered a stunning performance at the ceremony, signaling that he had ended his boycott. And then, of course, there was Beyoncé. Her win for Album of the Year has been the subject of intense conversation ever since, with opinions on the matter flooding the internet. Whether in support or opposition, the reactions have been loud and impassioned. For many, Beyoncé's long-awaited victory felt like the culmination of years of hard work and recognition that had been long overdue. For others, the disappointment was palpable, as they believed that another artist, such as Billie Eilish, deserved the win. The debate is far from over, and with such a charged atmosphere surrounding her success, the conversation will likely continue for some time. One thing is certain: the Grammys this year were as controversial and dramatic as ever, with moments that will be remembered for years to come. Now, let's talk about the whirlwind that was the Grammys, and more specifically, Beyoncé's stunning win. Some people were downright shocked, even spooked, by her victory. It was as if there was something behind the scenes that made this win feel even more profound. It's hard to shake the feeling that someone, somewhere, was intimidated by the power couple of Beyoncé and Jay-Z. There's something about them, something magnetic, something people just can't quite explain. But it's there, lingering. It's not just the win itself, but the aura that surrounds them. It's an unsettling thought, but one that many couldn't ignore. For some, the emotions ran deep, so much so that it left them speechless. However, when it comes to Billie Eilish, the tears weren't about her losing, rather, they were tears of genuine joy and admiration for Beyoncé's long-awaited victory. Many other artists shared the same sentiment, deeply moved because they knew Beyoncé had truly earned the honor. There's a cultural weight that Cowboy Carter carries, a song that speaks to Black Southern culture, something that too often goes unnoticed or underappreciated. Just because you might not resonate with it personally doesn't diminish its importance. The album holds a mirror to a part of history and identity that is vital to so many. And that's something we can't forget. It wasn't just a win for Beyoncé, it was a win for an entire culture. For the voices that are too often silenced. This year's Grammys felt like a celebration of those voices. It was beautiful, watching powerful Black women take home awards that they not only deserved but had earned through years of talent, dedication, and perseverance. After everything that's happened in the past year, witnessing this moment felt like a breath of fresh air. The triumphs of artists like Beyoncé and the victory of Chappell Roan, who took home Best New Artist, were just incredible to witness. The speeches were empowering, with many artists using their platform to advocate for trans rights and the importance of dignity and respect in the industry. For me personally, this was one of the best Grammy nights I've ever seen, filled with love, justice, and celebration of marginalized voices. In contrast, Phineas, always one to stay grounded, took to social media right after the Grammys. He shared his gratitude for the nomination but made a point to call for peace. He didn't want to see his name or Billie's dragged into drama or conflicts with other fanbases. His message was simple, urging everyone to remain positive and congratulate the winners. There was no space for negativity, just joy for everyone involved. It was a moment of grace in a night filled with highs and lows. Yet, not everything went smoothly at the event. A rather awkward incident occurred when the Associated Press, while interviewing the legendary Babyface on the red carpet, abruptly cut his interview short as they spotted Chappell Roan. The interruption, caused by the commotion of her arrival, upset many viewers who felt that Babyface, a true icon, deserved more respect. It was a cringe-worthy moment for those watching live, and the whole situation felt rude and uncalled for. Later, the journalists involved issued a heartfelt apology, acknowledging the disruption and expressing their admiration for Babyface. The apology felt sincere, but some people online were furious, even demanding the girls be fired for their unprofessional behavior. And there you have it. The Grammys this year were a rollercoaster of emotions. drama, and moments of sheer brilliance. From Kanye's antics to Beyoncé's historic win, Olivia and Sabrina's heartwarming reconciliation, to Phineas' call for peace, there was so much to take in. It was a night where the unexpected seemed to reign, and where every artist had their moment, whether to shine or to advocate for change. I want to hear what you think about all of this, about Kanye, Beyoncé's win, and the reunion of Olivia and Sabrina. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all so much. And I'll be back in the next video. Take care, guys.